Welcome to The After Show, the show where we bring it to you raw and real about your favorite mainstream and reality TV shows and the actors we love or love to hate. Tonight, we'll be talking about Tyler Perry's Too Close to Home, Season 2, Episode 8. And I'm telling you, we're not going to be pulling any punches on this one. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce you to the guys on the couch. Guy number 2, say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody. I'm guy number 2. Pull up and have a seat, because you're in for a real good treat.
Guy number 3, say hello to the people.
Guy number 3, I'm ready to get it in.
We're all going to get it in. All of us. And to make sure that we get it in, I have two women with us tonight who will be giving us the female perspective. Chris, say hello to the people.
Hi, this is Chris in Tennessee with a female's perspective.
Oh my goodness. You guys know Chris. She's going to give it to you raw and she's going to give it to you real. And so is Natasha. Say hello to the people.
Hey, this is Natasha from South Bend, Indiana, and let's chop it up.
Oh my God, we're going to chop it up. And of course, you guys know, I'm CC Cowan, your host for this evening, and the talk of New York. Are you guys ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, you guys, we're back, and we're talking about Tyler Perry's Too Close to Home. And I'm telling you, we just wrapped up an incredible interview with Angela Marie Rigsby. She dropped in. That's Octavia, you guys. She dropped in and gave us some love, showed us some love, and she's amazing. So we have another star of the show who decided to show us some love, and we have a lot of questions for this star. And I'm going to make sure we hit him with everything we got. Are you guys ready to talk to another star from the show?
Yes.
I'm ready.
Yes, I'm definitely ready. Let's get started.
You guys have your questions ready?
Yeah.
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Okay, so my guest just came into the room. I don't want you to say your name because the people that are on the line, my co-hosts, do not know who you are. I'm surprising them. And so I'm going to announce who you are in just a moment. So you guys, we were talking about the fight scene between Tina and Shelby, and it had gotten totally out of control. Everything was going down in that fight scene. And Shelby, of course, being the wild card, she made sure that she pointed the fingers directly at the culprit. She said it was not my cheap perfume, it belonged to Regina. Okay, so did everyone's mouth drop when Shelby revealed that truth?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So I want to get to the root of who is the problem here. Okay? And he has decided to join us, you guys. I would like to introduce you to Nelson Estevez, a.k.a. Elm of Too Close to Home.
How's everyone doing? What's up?
Hello. How you doing, El?
How you doing? So,
we're good. We're good.
What was that? What were you
We
guys
are
going to say?
definitely good in the mix tonight.
Okay, let's do this because I know you guys are ecstatic and you are surprised. Okay, so Elm, I am CC Cowan. I want to call you Elm just for the moment, Nelson, if you don't mind. Is that okay?
That's cool.
Okay,
That's
awesome,
absolutely cool. Yeah.
Awesome. You guys, we go in over this show every week. We're screaming at our television sets. We're on the couch. We're going back and forth. We're eating. We're dropping food all over the floor. We can't believe what's taking place. And it seems like the common denominator and everybody's problem in this little trailer park is Elm.
Oh, man.
I have a ton of questions for him. I know we don't have a lot of time with him. He's been doing a lot of interviews, and we're blessed to have him for a few moments here. So I want to go around the group, and you guys get your questions ready. I'm going to start with one question for Miss Mr. Estevez, and then we're going to go around the group and just let you get your questions out. Is that okay?
That's great.
You want Elm or you want Mr. Estevez?
I'm going to ask Mr. Estevez a question, and we're going to lead into questions for Elm.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Awesome. So Nelson Estevez, talk to me. Tell us how you actually landed a role on Tyler Perry's Too Close to Home.
Sure. I just like every other actor, I went through the beautiful audition process, but it was actually for a prior project, which I can't really say much about right now. But when time comes, I'll be more than happy to just talk about it. But we ended up shooting and filming, and through that, the same casting director called me for the Too Close to Home project, and I was blessed to be a part of the beautiful cast and the happy Alabama home world.
Well, you are amazing in this role. This show, absolutely. See, this show is called The After Show, and we basically discuss the shows we love, mainstream and or reality TV shows that we love or love to hate, and as well as the characters we love and love to hate. Now, we love to hate you.
Of course.
We love to hate you because I don't know what you're doing, brother. Why are you doing what you're doing with these women?
I'm just misunderstood. That's what's going on, man.
He is such a player, you guys. Look, I am the big dog on this show, so before I sink my fangs into you, I'm going to let the other guys and gals, ask you some questions because I know they love you as well. So I want to start this off with Natasha. Natasha, you have a question for Elle?
Yes, sir. Yes, I do. You tell Regina any chance that you get that you love her, you want to be with her, and, all the other good stuff that women like to hear. I just want to know, what about your wife? Like, why did you stop loving her when she's working 2 jobs, working her fingers to the bones, and you really not doing nothing but laying up in your van?
Well, okay. I got an answer for you. Well, maybe in the past with El, maybe something. I don't know. Maybe he was the provider. Maybe he was the person who was looking out, who had her back, and he just got tired. He just got tired of it. His disability. He was a little injured, and there was a fire that was missing between his relationship and Tina. So maybe he was looking for that fire, and he sees it through Regina, and that's what he wants. So whatever Elm wants, he's going to go for it.
Wow. Wow. Well, you know what's funny about that, Nelson? What's funny about that is the fact that you played this character so well that you have women hating you for what you're doing to Tina, because as you heard Natasha said, she said she's working her fingers to the bone. Now, we have not seen Tina work. We've seen Tina ride off in the car and come back in the car. We have not seen Tina do a piece of work. So what I'm
talking about, 2, 3 jobs, and
Exactly.
She has already confirmed that she's working her fingers to the bone. So I want to go over to Chris. Chris from Tennessee. Talk to Nelson Estevez, a.k.a. Elm. Do you have a question for him?
I'm going to try to remember you play a character, and I'm going to hope you're not that way in real life. But do you see yourself finding another job?
As Elm or as Nelson as the actor?
as Elm.
Yeah, eventually. I think I'm definitely I'm enjoying the ride, and I'm definitely gonna ride till the wheels fall off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shame.
Look, pun intended. So I want to jump over and let's talk fellas to fellas, okay? Guy number 3, do you have a question for Elm?
Yeah, Elm, your character, I love it. It's because you have a strong character on the show as well, because you play a man that's deceiving his woman with an adulterous affair. And so it's really powerful. And so when I see the characters, and I wonder where do you draw your strength from in your character?
Oh, that's hilarious. I was just talking about that with someone. It's definitely. I'm keeping it real. I'm human. I have made some mistakes in the past, but unlike Elm, I have learned from my mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So there were some moments in my life where, maybe, I thought, I did make some mistakes. And then also some of my family members, uncles, relatives, cousins, I see, everyone knows a player, that uncle, that that's, just a player, and you see, his mannerisms and how he plays the game and how he rolls, so I definitely got some pieces from that, and then from certain experiences in my life in order for me to connect, and that's how I got it, and then that's how I got into the character. And the writing, too, I'm sure all you guys can relate. Everyone knows a certain Elm. There's a certain Elm in everyone's life, So due to the writing, it made it a lot easier for me to connect, And sometimes, when Elm speaks, you notice, hey, I've heard that before, or I know people like that. I know a guy like that. I dated someone like that, So it just made it a lot easier, and hence it's the character you see now on Too Close to Home.
Well, I'll tell you what, you are not gonna lump me up into that group. I don't know anybody like that. Birds of a feather flock together. and this here eagle does not flock and fly with pigeons. But listen, no, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Exactly. No, seriously, I do know people like that. I have siblings like that, and I see them in your character. It's so funny to me. But I want to now give guy number 2 an opportunity to ask a question, and then I have a deep question for you. Yeah, guy number 2.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Estevez, well, we're talking to Elm right now. I have a definite question that all guys want to know, because you're breaking the bro code. How are you crossing out your boy Nelson? I know you were in the military, he's in the military, y'all are the same time. How are you crossing out your boy? Like, what is going on?
That was actually an interesting, that's a great question. Because I definitely believe in, regardless of, there's definitely a bro code, and that's his wife, But for Elm, I had to find a place where, like I said before, she has what he needs, she has what he wants, and his life has been probably rather dull, rather boring, and he remembers, maybe, it's interesting because, due to it being a series, there's certain parts that, there were certain parts in everyone's character that were not answered, but as an actor, you have to do the work yourself, so I created answers, and they might not be, what happened. So that's why I can't say too much, but I had to create certain answers for myself in order to dig and to become this character. But what I can say is, based on my relationship, I noticed he wasn't filling Regina's void or what Regina needed, and Tina wasn't filling what I needed, but then together we definitely had that fire, Yeah, he was at a point in his life where he just wanted to go for what he wants, Well,
let's speak about fire and going for what you want. Okay, because I believe that Nelson is about to light a fire under you, and
I agree.
What you might want to be going for is Sheriff Mobley's gun or his car and trying to get yourself out of Happy, Alabama, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's in the military. He has a few pieces. So
he has a couple of pieces. But here's my question for you. Well, I have a couple of questions for you. One, have you ever stuffed? Because you said we all know a player. We all have either been one or we know one. Have you ever, Elm? Now I'm asking this of Nelson. Have you ever stuffed a woman under the bed or in the closet?
Hell no. I don't have. I don't have the nerve. The beauty of being Elm. Once Tyler yells "cut," it's over. There's no repercussions. There's nothing else. We go on to the next scene. But me as a person, even as morally, I can't. It's too much drama. I'm very drama free. I don't talk about, but Yeah, I can't see myself doing that unless if we're playing like hide and go seek or something. But I'm too old for that now. So.
So what do you think? What do you think is the reason for Elm? You know, he has a wife that works who clearly loves him. She's beautiful. Regina is also a beautiful woman, but certainly a rug rat, a ghetto rat, a hood rat. So what is the reason that Elm is so preoccupied with Regina? Is it just simply out of boredom because he's home, he's not working, she's not working, they need something to do, so you know what do? Let's have sex. Is it that?
Yeah, I maybe, you know what? Maybe it's just that darn good. Maybe
my!
That darn good. Yeah, but it's definitely she has that like you said, that ghetto, that wild side to her, you know, that edgy side to her. And he something about that, it really turns him on. It really has him going, you know. And the fact that she, you know, because Tina's always saying she's tired, and Regina's like, oh, you want to do it in the van? All right, let's go. You know, oh, there's people around? All right. Well, I mean, she gets a little thrill out of that as well, too. So, yeah, it's like they definitely both enjoy it. You know, they get a little scared, but they get enjoyment out of that moment, or that I guess just them being scared of.
Wow. So does he have real intentions for Regina, or is he just, you know, it's, as you said, you know, she has a little edge. That's exciting, you know, to him. He's home, she's home. You know, does he have real intentions for her, though?
I think there was, I definitely feel like there was a moment. There was one of the, I don't know if you guys, I don't want to give any spoiler alerts, but there's a certain scene, there's an intimate scene where you see a more vulnerable side to Elm. And you actually do wish, you know, due to if it wasn't for the circumstance that he's married and so is she, maybe there could be a chance with him and Regina being happily ever after, you know. And you know, for that moment, it might have been it might have been that small window, but there was that point where, you know, you see a vulnerable side to him, and he's like, you know, let's go, you know, let's get out of here, you know. But maybe he's just being but that's Elm being spontaneous. You know, he doesn't have much of a game plan, but he's probably willing to, when he says let's go, he probably is down to just leave it all behind. You know. Yeah.
I
or
think
maybe
when
it's
Nelson,
this game.
I think when Nelson returns, you're going to be looking for a small window to crawl through to try to get him.
Yeah, right.
From his attack. Listen, you guys, I want to give you guys a little bit of information about this incredible young man who has just stolen, you know, our interest on the show. He has us captivated each and every week. Nelson Estevez. For those of you who are tuned in, and for those of you who are on the couch tonight, he's been, I mean, on your televisions for a while, you know, doing a lot of great work. You might know him from shows like Out of Line, The Demon Within, Alone in My Bed, Dead on Arrival, Solace. The list goes on and on and on, you guys. This guy's been working. He's been appearing in some of your favorite shows. And, you know, now he lands on Tyler Perry's hit primetime show midweek, you guys, bringing the drama, stirring it up in a pot, and just stepping away from it like he didn't toss the liquor into the bowl. You know, so I want to ask you, Nelson, a.k.a. Elm, with all of the other work that you've done, all of the other shows, all of the other appearances that you've made, talk to me about how different this show is for you.
Oh man, this well, it's working with Tyler Perry. I'm just stating some of the obvious, and just working with that man. You know, he's a true businessman, creative, visionary. Like he definitely raises the bar. Just him being there, he raises the bar. So just that alone, it definitely you know, it brings a certain aura, and I also realized that you know, like everyone has a different journey, different obstacle, and a lot of you know, in life, and then also in your career, and these obstacles led me to, you know, dig into the character of Elm and dig into other jobs that I've done before. So I don't know, just definitely I feel very blessed with what's going with my journey now and which other doors that are opening up for me. But I just felt like I definitely I had to go through certain obstacles, even smaller projects on a larger scale. It was necessary to figure myself out as a character and as an artist as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. But look, we clown you a lot here because we're like, okay, Nelson's going to get you. Nelson's going to get you. But I don't know if you guys that are in the room, I don't know if you guys know that Nelson Estevez, a.k.a. Elm, the troublemaker, could really probably take Nelson down if he wanted to, because you guys, Elm is actually, in real life, like his real thing, he's a martial artist, like a mixed martial artist. This guy can fight.
Whoa!
Wow.
Did you guys know that?
No.
That's impressive.
You did.
I had no idea.
You did your research, brother.
You didn't know that.
Research.
Yeah, but see, so talk to us about that. How long have you been doing the mixed martial arts?
I've been doing martial arts since 2011. I needed to find an outlet for me, and just my background too. I did play football. I participated in sports in high school and college. So once that was done, that chapter was done, I still needed a physical outlet, something to kind of like get my mind, just to release some tension, or just to get zen, I guess, if you want to say that. But martial arts definitely did that for me. It's great physically and spiritually and mentally as well. So I started doing I actually started with Taekwondo in 2011 at a school in Hollywood. It's called Panther Energy LA. And then a couple years after that school, I went to another kung fu school, which is Ija, which is in Hollywood as well. And they're more kung fu based with boxing. They're more of a mixed martial art because they do a little bit of everything and he also infuses African dance, the element of African dance into martial arts. So it's very interesting. But I definitely I found out through that it gave me a lot of peace. And then later on, I'm like, hey, I can also do some fight choreography. I can do my own fight scenes, and
Wow.
It's great because in the future, I would love to be in some action scenes, and even if Elm's going to cause a lot of drama, maybe in season 3, there's going to be some fights with Elm, and I'm definitely going to tell Mr. Perry, hey, leave me in here, just let me do it. I can do it, So hopefully he says yes. Yeah, I would love to just be in the fight sequence, even for Too Close to Home, because you see, it's going to be on for Elm. They're going to have a hit out for Elm. So.
I see. So look, you should have known that you were very athletic and that you probably was into some type of bodybuilding or martial arts training or something like that, at least a track star or something, because you have the legs of a god. Ladies, what did you think about Elm's legs? So let's talk. Let's get Natasha's opinion about Elm's bod.
Well, you do have a very hot bod.
Oh, thank you.
Now, which opinion was that?
That was a show-related opinion. It was a PG opinion.
Oh, the PG.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Now, Nelson, you won't have to hit me up privately for the other opinion.
Oh my God! Oh my God! We don't even know if
I got you.
we don't even know if this man is married. This is the after show, baby. Okay, look, I want to go over to Chris. Chris, talk to Mr. Nelson Estevez about the hot bod that is Wednesday nights.
I think Elm, you have a nice physique, but I keep thinking about you being a dog, and it's so hard.
Yeah.
Let me get you. The character you play, I hate. I hate. I'm sure in real life you're a very nice guy, so I'm trying not to be mean. But do women yell at you mean things when you go, like, to Starbucks or anything?
Not yet, but
it's coming.
I not yet, but I'm sure it's going to be coming. And it's interesting too, because just getting into the character, I had it like I knew. I'm like, okay, I need to be ready for this, because people are going to perceive me to be a certain way, and I respect that too. But then it also shows like, hey, I did my job, And like everyone, to each his own, a lot of people love Brody. People love Nelson. Some people love Elm. But I think if I was in your shoes, I would feel the same way too. Just well, he's attractive, but he's a dog, so I can't really I can't fly with that,
Well,
yeah, but I respect that. Yeah.
Here's the thing, El. You listen to these women. Last week, one of the women on this line said to us that she likes to train her man in the way he should be. And so my comment is that you train dogs. You train dogs. So when you say that Elm is a dog, there's no reason that they shouldn't just absolutely love you. They should absolutely love you.
I like that.
They should absolutely love you if they want to train a man. But look, I want to ask you something else very quickly, Nelson, because you're a native New Yorker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you got all that swag you got there. What part of New York are you originally from?
So I am from Inwood. Some people might not know that area per se, but it's right above Washington Heights. It's like way uptown in Manhattan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like in the 200s.
It was a hot mess back in the days.
Oh, it was, yeah. Oh, so do you know about Washington Heights or Inwood or both?
Oh yeah, both.
Yeah, man. So you already know. And then now I don't know if you know about that whole Dyckman strip. How it's just brunch spots. It's more of it's like a whole strip now. It's a thing now, and it's like you said, it's a hot mess over there right now. It still is a hot mess.
I used to work for New York City Transit years ago. Shh, don't tell anybody before I came rich and a superstar. Okay, so anyway, I used to work for New York City Transit, and I worked on a line that was close to that Washington Heights area up there, and we used to have to literally take a butcher's knife out to get the tokens out of the turnstiles to collect them and tally up the amount of money that was bought in. It was a very bad area. So for you to come up in that area, and to make it out of that area, and to do the things that you're doing now, kudos to you. I love it.
Thank you, man. It's great that you said that because as soon as we finished shooting for the holidays, I went back home, and sometimes you have to say thanks, and you got to live in the now, and I definitely had to go back there and just reflect and just give thanks to family, friends, certain teachers that believed in me, and it just felt great. And I remember just going back to I didn't live in the projects, but I lived like right in the outskirts. But it should have been the projects. Like the paint was still chipped, it still smelled like urine, And I just remember telling myself I used to play in this hallway, as a kid. And I remember my cousin used to sell drugs at this corner right here, And but definitely I had some strong parents that cared about me and loved me, and they were very protective. But and when I was younger, I kind of held a grudge towards them. But now I see and I appreciate it, But it's great that you say that because it wasn't easy, And a lot of my peers, they were doing things that, at like middle school that adults don't even do it or do,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, I have another question for you. Kudos to you again for making it out and doing something big and giving the people who are still there an opportunity to look, and the young people especially, to look and see that you can be loyal to your dreams and not necessarily loyal to the hood. That really is loyal to us. Look, I have a question for you. Then I'm going to let the guys ask you one more question, then we're going to let you go. I know you have a lot more things to do. I want to ask you, why is it, Elm, this is a question for Elm. Why is it that no one seems to know each other or is expected to know each other when these trailers are literally like, a foot away from each other? Why is it that they would think that Shelby doesn't know Regina and so forth?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's an interesting question. Maybe maybe we can get some answers in season 3. I'm gonna go straight PC on that. Maybe we get some answers.
You make sure
in
you
season 3.
You make
but
sure
maybe
you
maybe they do know each other, and they never really interacted, and now they're forced to interact because Tina thinks that you're having sex with her with the husband with Elm, So it's just like maybe sometimes you have certain neighbors in neighborhoods where you really don't interact with much, but then something happens, there's some drama, and then it brings either everyone closer or it brings everyone distant. So I don't know, but I don't want to influence anything. I'm gonna leave it to Tyler with season 3, and I'm sure he's gonna answer a lot of those questions.
Okay. All right, so since he's going to answer those questions, I'm going to let my guys ask you their final questions, then I have one more, and then we're going to close out. So we're going to start with guy number 3.
Okay. Damn, your character's awesome. I like the character on the show. Too Close to Home. You just hit right quite close to where I'm thinking. And my question is, how do you prepare yourself to get into that character?
Oh man, there's actually there's definitely a comedic side to Elm. I don't know if you guys noticed, but to him it's serious. Like to him, it's for real. It's serious. It's for real. Due to like the process of the work, because the way Tyler works is very quick, very efficient. Sometimes, certain networks, it'll take, for an episode, it'll take a week. We actually shot the series in 2 weeks. So sometimes there's not as much time for character development, but you still have to, do your work, or else, it'll show that you're not on television, the camera doesn't lie. But I usually would just take it one season at a time and just try to find out what's Elm's objective. What does he want in this scene? Like, for example, the scene with Frankie, he wanted to find out information. It could be really simple. He wanted to find out information, but Elm being Elm, he wants power over her. So he wants to find out why she's here, what's her purpose. But he, with him, is just being in a position of power. So the first time he approaches her, he flirts with her. She shuts him down. He comes back, he tries to intimidate her. She steps up to him, so he backs up. And then you see a little vulnerable, whiny side, and then that's when she's like, get the hell off my porch. But just that, it was just, but that whole scene was just, it was just him wanting to find out, okay, who is she, or what does she know, or just being in power with her. And I'm going to get it through either sleeping with her. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna scare the crap out of her. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna plead. Maybe she'll have a heart. So it's interesting. Like, he's not as dumb as you think he is.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Guy number 2.
Oh, well, what I was gonna ask you was, since you hit on that, does Elm actually have like maybe a little undercover ID? Maybe he used to be a private eye when he was in the military. Because it sounds like he needs to team up with Dax, and y'all need to, kind of do a little, since you got the martial arts thing going on, y'all need to get together and do a little detective agency work or something, It sounds like he had another, mysterious past. I'd love to know what that is.
Yeah, there's definitely, because even in that scene, you see there's a dark side to Elm, and he tells Angie, sorry, not Angie, oh my God, Tavia. He tells Tavia, that's why I didn't re-enlist. He tells her, I didn't re-enlist for a specific reason, because Nelson's out there, and maybe he's going through something, and it sounded like he experienced something in the military, and maybe through his disability, it might be through maybe he got injured out there, or maybe it was just being a mechanic, But there's definitely a dark side to him that hopefully it'll be revealed the next season, and maybe a different side you'll see from him. Because now I noticed with him, whenever his back is up, his back, he has the pressure. Whenever he has pressure, or he's pressured, he definitely tends to flee or panic. So maybe that'll trigger something a little bit darker with Elm. So you'll see another side.
Wow, can't wait for that.
Yeah,
I think that. I think that Elm, he might be a little tick, tick, boom. A lot of those guys go away and in the military.
Yeah.
And then when they come home early, it's because they're tick, tick, boom. And, he's probably taking all of that craziness out. It's masquerading itself as passion, as sexual passion. But he might be a little tick, tick, boom. So Nelson might have to go get the guns. And maybe that's why Nelson walked off, because I don't know any other man that would find out that their woman is sleeping with their friend, next door. And then this guy had literally hugged him. They walked up on each other like, bro, what up, bro? And hugged. And you both been playing me, and I'm going to walk off. I don't need to go get the gun. I'm going to blow your head off right here with my finger. I'm going to get on you.
Yeah.
But so, look, I have a question I know the world is asking, and I think I'm going to go online and create its own Twitter account. I want to know what brand of jeans those are that you wear. And whose idea were they? Were they yours or were they Tyler's?
It's definitely Tyler's. And the funny thing is, I don't know what brand they are. I'll find out next time I get in. I try to pry in those jeans. But it's his idea. But then I remember when I was on set, like he was calling town, us to go in and do our scenes, and he's just like grilling my jeans and just like, what the hell is that? I'm like, well, this is your idea, this is your vision. I remember telling him that. And like, because he's definitely a diligent worker, but he has fun. So he was clowning my own, he was clowning my outfit, but this is the character, So and like deep inside, I was like, I hope he says no, and maybe I get some looser jeans. But that's definitely a part of Elm's character. He knows he's very physical, and he knows through his physicality he can maneuver and get what he wants. So that's just part of the role. Definitely not a part of Nelson.
Okay, I love it. I mean, listen, it plays into the character. It really highlights his sexuality and sensuality. So it works. It works. I just wanted to know because I think those jeans should have their own Twitter page. Yeah. It is what it is. Listen, before we close out,
I'm thinking in those jeans.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to ask you, what other projects are you working on that you'd like to let the listeners know about?
I actually have like I said before, I have a feature that I'm not sure when it's in post-production right now, but once it's out, I'm thinking maybe summertime. I'll be more than happy to talk about it, but I have that should be out, and it'll be in, like, once it should be in major in screens as well too, so you'll know. And there's another one I just signed on to, which unfortunately I can't also talk about, but it's still in the pre-production phase, but it's an action film, and I'm a supporting character in it as well. And there's some no names on it, but we should be heading out to Louisiana in August tentatively to shoot it. For my role, it'll be 4 or 5 days just being out there, and then I'm back here. But right now I'm just prepping, man. It's still on the grind, and just gearing up for pilot season as well. I had some good roles for pilot season, some series, but they've selected other characters. But it's great just to be in that room with certain known figures.
Awesome. Well, look, I want to tell you, Nelson Estevez, we're proud of you. We love seeing you every week in our living rooms across this country. We are all over the place here. Chicago, Virginia, New York City, Tennessee, and Indiana. And we are tuned in every week, and we tweet about you guys all the time. So we look forward to tweeting with you, every time you're on, man. Every time you're on, we want to follow everything that you're doing, and we want to support everything that you're doing. So feel free to let me know, let us know, and I'll make sure I get the word out to these guys and to all of our listeners, and also on my radio show, the CC Cowan Show, which is in 160 countries. I'll make sure that everyone knows who you are and what you're doing so they can follow all of your majesty as we do each and every week.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. And I just want to say thank you to everyone out there as well for your constant support with Too Close to Home and just people with my career as well. But without you guys, the viewers, the fans, and all of you guys, just live tweeting with us, it wouldn't be possible, So I really appreciate that, and look forward to just bringing some more drama as Elm. And I'm sure the characters are the other cast members. They can't wait for season 3. So Yeah, much love to all of you guys.
Right back at you, brother. Thank you again for stopping by, and we hope to get with you again soon, all right?
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Thank you, CC.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
All right, brother. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, you guys. So there you have it. We have just interviewed the man who we just love to hate on Tyler Perry's Too Close to Home. That was Nelson Estevez, a.k.a. Elm, the troublemaker. The troublemaker. Did you guys enjoy that?
Yes.
That was great. That was incredible.
Wonderful.
Absolutely amazing.
Listen, I thank you guys for all of your amazing questions. You guys were right on point, and you delivered as I knew you would. And I know you got things to do, so I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to let our audience go. The listeners, I know that they have things to do as well. But you all make sure that you tune into the after show, because I have another big surprise for you, and it's a doozy. All right, you guys, have a blessed night. Until we meet again, keep it cool.